Hi everyone, this is Pauline. Today I'd like to show you how we mark our assessments in Moodle. Now you'll see here for a start that I've got my navigation blocks, all my blocks docked. That's a simple matter of simply clicking this little box in the corner of the block. So now it's undocked and I can dock it again. The reason I've done that is so that you get a wider view of the screen and gives you more ability to see the whole of your assessment area. This is my practice course, and you can see that I have a sample assessment upload here, which I'm now going to enter. You can see that I've got 3 participants in this course, and one has submitted an assessment which still needs grading. So I'm going to view, grade all assessments. Okay, so here's the one that's been submitted. It's actually been submitted by myself, and you can see that I last modified that on 12th of January at 3:41 AM, early morning. The document is here. Now I could simply download the document there, but I'm not going to do that. You can see also the comment section. Now this is there for discussion back and forward with your student, but it is not for assessment. So your student might want to say, come in there and just open that up and say that they have submitted their assessment. And you can say, okay, I'll mark it next Monday at 10 o'clock. And then you can come back in and have a look at it. But if you actually want to mark the assessment, you need to come into this column here, which is the edit column, and you can see you've got 2 actions there. You can grade, or you can prevent changes to the person's submission if you've finished grading it. So I'm going to click on grade, and this is what you will see. So you've got all the information about your submission in there, you've got the document itself you can download, and you've got the grading box, and you've got the feedback comments where you can write your comments that you're giving the person as feedback for their assessment, and you've also got your feedback files. Now we're going to be using all of these sections today. So first of all I'm going to download this document. And you can see here it is. I've got a Word document and I have answered the questions. So this question I'm going to say, I'll better just enable the editing first. This question I'm going to say, yep, that's a great answer. You've done a good job with that. So I'm going to insert a symbol and I'm going to use a tick in there. Oops, put it in the wrong spot. We'll just move it over to here. Then I'm also going to make it red, just so it's a bit brighter, and make it a little bit bigger. So that's the first tick. Now the second question, oh dear, I've forgotten to answer that question. So I'm going to change my font color to red, and I'm going to say, you have forgotten to answer this question. And then I'm going to copy that tick because the third question's answered and it's a really good answer. So I'm just going to copy that tick and I'm going to paste it down here to say that's fine, that's a good answer. Okay, so now once I've done that, I've marked the assessment, I'm happy that everything's great. I'm going to save it onto my, wherever you would like to save it, it doesn't really matter. I'll just put it into my documents, and there it is, saved in there. So now you've got a copy of the marked assessment on your computer. I'm going to close that down and go back to my course where I've downloaded that assessment from. Now, down here, I need to say that that I haven't, there's one of the questions that hasn't been answered. So you have not answered question 2. And I'm going to change that to not yet competent, because whilst the person has submitted an assessment, it's not yet competent because they haven't answered question 2. Now this is the new bit that we haven't previously done, is we're going to actually add that assessment tool back in there so they can see exactly what they have done incorrectly. So these are feedback files. I'm going to add a file. I'm going to navigate to where that file is, which is there, and I'm going to add that, upload that file. So then the person will be able to see exactly what you've written on their assessment. Here, notify the students, yes, that's fine. We're going to leave that yes because we want them to be notified that you've marked their assessment, and then save the changes. Click continue, and you can now see that this assessment has been submitted for grading. It is not yet competent, and you have got the document there itself. Now when the student comes in here, I'll just go back to the sample assessment upload. Now because I've got myself loaded as both a tutor and a student in this particular course, you can see, I can see what the student will see as well here. So this is my submission status. I've got feedback and it's not yet competent, and there's the feedback comments, and there's the feedback file. So that's what the student will see when they come in to check their course, and they can download that new document and check what feedback you've written on it, apart from the feedback that you've written in here. Okay, so let's just pretend that the student has fixed that, answered the question, and you've gone in and marked it, and you've said, great, that assessment is now competent. So I'm going to go back into the update grade, and I'm going to say, fantastic, you are now competent. So I mark that competent. Then I come down here and I'm going to go into there. And because this is my second comment, I'm going to put the date. Because then the student will know that that is a new comment. Probably should have put the date on the first comment as well. And so I'm going to say, you have completed everything now. Well done. You are now competent in this assessment. And I'm going to save the changes. Now, here you can see that the person is competent, and when the student goes in they will see that, and they will also see, I'll just go back to the front, so that you can actually see this comment that's been added. You have completed everything now, you're competent. So that's great, and I'll just go back into here to show you what further things you now need to do. The one last thing you need to do is, okay, this assessment has been marked. We do not want the student to be able to play with it anymore, so we need to prevent any upgrade changes. So just click that, and you can see that it's been submitted for grading and it's been graded, but submission changes are not allowed. So that's now locked. The students can still come in here and say, put a comment in, thanks, that's great, and save the comment. But that's the only thing they can do. They can't change their submission in any way. Okay, so that's how we are hoping that everyone will be able to mark their assessments from now on. Thanks very much.